Good morning, children. Welcome to our class. For today's lesson, we're going to talk about providing evidence to support opinion or fact. Module 4 of English Grade 5. Before we discuss our lesson for today, let us find out what you know about the topic. Direction. Copy and read each statement and then determine whether it is a fact or an opinion by encircling fact or opinion at the end of each statement. 1. The fastest land-dwelling creature is the cheetah. Number 2. Cell phones emit radiation that may or may not cause brain cancer. Number 3. There seems to be too much testing in public school. Number 4. A prison is one of the worst places in the planet. Number 5. It is wrong for people under the age of 21 to drink alcohol. Number 6. Oranges contain both calcium and vitamin C. Number 7. Diamonds are the hardest substance on earth. Number 8. The price of gas has grown to become too expensive. Number 9. Chicken has more proteins than carrots. And lastly, number 10. Vegetarians are healthier than people who eat meat. Thank you for participating. Now let's discuss our lesson for today. What is fact and what is an opinion? Fact refers to a statement that can be observed, historical, and proven true. On the other hand, an opinion refers to one's feelings, thoughts, belief, or judgment that is not 100% true and cannot be proven. However, when you state a fact or an opinion, you have to support such claim with evidence. This may include observations, experiences, or conclusions based on experiment or studies. Now let us try by doing this activity. Direction. Read on to find out why the rice terraces of the Philippine Cordilleras is considered to be a wonder of the world. The rice terraces of the Philippine Cordilleras is an outstanding example of a developed living cultural landscape. They can be traced as far as 2 millennia ago in the pre-colonial Philippines. They are found in the remote areas of the Philippines Cordillera mountain range on the northern island of Luzon, Philippine archipelago. These historic terraces cover an extensive area. The property consists of 5 clusters of the most intact and impressive terraces located in 4 municipalities. They are all product of the Ifugao ethnic group, a minority community that has lived on these mountains for thousands of years. The 5 clusters are the following. Number 1, the Nagakadan Terrace Cluster. Number 2, the Hongduan Terrace Cluster. Number 3, the Central Mayoyaw Terrace Cluster. Number 4, the Bangaan Terrace Cluster in Banawe. And number 5, the Batad Terrace Cluster of Banawe. The Ifugao Rice Terraces are an ideal example of a living cultural landscape of beauty beyond compare. The Ifugao Rice Terraces are valuable contributions of our ancestors to mankind. They were built 2,000 years ago and passed on through generations, and an example of an ancient civilization that overcame challenges passed by modernization. Built on steeper slopes of high mountains and the careful carving of the natural shapes of the hills, the Ifugao Rice Terraces have complex irrigation systems. Water comes from the forest of the mountain tops. The maintenance of the living rice terraces shows that the whole community works as one. It is based on the knowledge of the rich variety of biological resources which exist in the Ifugao agri-ecosystem. Now that we are done reading, let us think it over by answering the following questions. Number 1. What are the 5 clusters of rice terraces in the Cordilleras? Number 2. What makes the rice terraces extraordinary? Number 3. Why do you think the Ifugao built the rice terraces? Number 4. How do the rice terraces reflect the culture of the Ifugao? Number 5. Why do you think the article is entitled Outstanding Universal Value? And lastly, number 6. From the given article, point out the sentences that are fact or opinion and support your answer. Thank you for participating and for sharing your answers. Now let's proceed to another activity to enhance your learning. Direction. Copy and read each statement and then determine whether it is a fact or an opinion by placing your answer on the given space. Afterwards, justify or support your answer. Number 1. Eating fast food is not bad if you only eat it once a week. Is it fact or is it an opinion? What is your evidence? Number 2. Chicken sandwiches are more expensive than double cheeseburgers. Is it a fact or an opinion? What is your evidence? Number 3. Skateboarding on public property is against the law. Is it a fact or an opinion? What is your evidence? Number 4. Copying homework or assignments is wrong. Is it a fact or an opinion? What is your evidence? And lastly, number 5. Sometimes curly hair looks better than straight hairs. Is it a fact or an opinion? What is your evidence? Let's try to have another activity by doing what is more. Direction. Read the text and answer the questions that follow. Do this on a separate sheet of paper. Magsaysay was elected President of the Philippines in 1953. He became a well-loved and trusted president because he championed the Filipinos. If he were alive today, he could have done a lot of good to Filipinos. What does the author think about Magsaysay? What facts did he mention in the paragraph? Let us recap what we have learned today. A fact is an event or situation known to have happened. It came from the Latin word factum, meaning something done. It also means that it has existed and the truth was verified by observation, experience, or experiment. An opinion, on the other hand, is a judgment or estimation of what seems to be true. It comes from the Latin word opinion, which means to believe. An opinion is not founded on certainty of proof and it varies from person to person. Sometimes it is influenced by popular feeling. For your assessment, identify whether the statement is a fact or an opinion. Then support the statement by providing evidence or proof to the fact or opinion. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. I believe that the President of the country is doing his best to unite the people. Number 2. The President will serve the country for 6 years. Number 3. It is better to watch a movie than to listen to music. Number 4. Boracay is the best place to spend your summer vacation. And lastly, number 5. Star apple is a tree. And lastly, for your assignment, identify whether the statements are fact or opinion. Write it in your notebook, then explain your answer. Do this on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. There are active volcanoes under the sea. Number 2. Men make major decisions in the family. Number 3. The Philippines is an archipelago. Number 4. Women want girls for their firstborn child. And lastly, number 5, a dolphin is always playful. And that's the end of our lesson. Thank you for participating and see you in the next session. Bye!